Hey, what is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports, Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over the basketball games for Saturday, July 31st, 2021. If you are in the United States, the first game, Iran and France, will be starting Friday, July 30th in the evening time. So make sure you're aware of the time difference between where you are located and where the games are being played in Tokyo. I'm going to show you highlights of each side of the game, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And if for some reason you're curious to know who I'm picking in these games, you have to join my Patreon. My picks are always in writing, underlined, and italicized. For more information on that, please read the description of this video. I wish you guys the best luck in your picks today. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We got Iran versus France, Italy versus Nigeria, Australia versus Germany, USA versus Czech Republic. Those are the four games that we'll be looking at for Saturday. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers. The way that it's structured is I have the location up top here, the name Gematria. Just a little reminder to myself that these games are being played on Saturday, July 31st in Japan. Even though this game, specifically Iran versus France, will be airing on Friday. This is the 13th Olympic basketball game for this year. I got one team right here, their Olympic record, their record for this year. The head-to-head's in the middle, and then I have another team down here, their Olympic record as well as their record for this year. So Iran versus France. We saw France pick up their 33rd win on the 137th day of the Hebrew Religious, 137 to 33rd prime. The word France sums to 29 and 34, and France can become 34-29 for an Olympic record with the win. This is the 212th day of the Gregorian Civil, a day leaving 153 left. Iran comes into this game 212 for an Olympic record like 212, it being their 15th game and their third game this year, like 153 and 212. Iran, they can actually sit on 2 wins in the second all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams, and they could potentially get their 13th Olympic loss in the 13th Olympic game for this year. Iran sums to 30. France could become 3-0 like 30 this year with the win. At the same time, though, France could get their 30th Olympic loss. So Iran could become 0-3, France could become 3-0, or France could get their 30th loss. If Iran does become 0-3, I think it eliminates them from competing in the semifinals for the medals. But France could become their name Gematria, 34-29, 34-29 with the win. And I think that's about it. With it being the 212th day, we could see Iran become 1-2 like 12, and France become 2-1 like 21, 21, 12, 12, 21. 212th day, 2-1-2. Iran comes into this game at 212. I see them getting that 13th in the 13th game more so, but they do sum to 30, and France could become 33-30 with a loss in both these teams' third game for the Olympics this year. So there are some numbers here you can poke at for Iran to upset France. Italy versus Nigeria. This one's a little bit tougher. I didn't really see numbers either which way, honestly. And I don't know. Nigeria definitely needs a win, at least one win, or else they're going to be eliminated as well, going 0-3. They could sit on 10 losses as they become 1-0 head-to-head against Italy, like 10. Italy would sit on 55 wins with the loss. 55, the 10th triangular number. It is a day with 79 date numerology on the Gregorian. 79 sums to 55. I didn't see anything for the 56. And I know 211 is the 47th prime number, 47th to 15th prime, but I didn't see any 47s or 15s on here either. So I don't know. This is a tough one. I don't necessarily believe Italy would sit on that 55, but it is there. You can't ignore it. And kind of like the same idea, it being the 212th day on the Gregorian, Italy could become 1-2 as Nigeria becomes 1-2. Um, it is the third game for Italy, the third game for Nigeria. They could get their third win overall for the Olympics. The thing that kind of um, could help Italy is the 38. I say that because the next game, which would be the quarterfinals, or their next game, if they make it, if they win this game, if uh, if Italy wins this game and become 2-1, they're most likely going on to quarterfinals. And if they do that, they would be sitting on 38 losses. And quarterfinals is on August the 3rd, 8/3 or 3/8, like 38, 83. And I think that would probably be the only thing that would have them sit on that 38. Outside of that, I'm gonna have to keep looking at this game. I just don't see anything either which way for any of them, for either team. Um, Nothing really jumps out to me either way. I lean Italy as of right now just 'cause. I don't know why. I just feel like they're probably the better team versus Nigeria. But we already got one upset that we call Germany over Nigeria. Germany were underdogs against Nigeria, and we caught Germany over Nigeria. So we'll just have to, I'll have to look at this some more. There's not a whole lot of clues here for this game. I'll just have to continue to look at it. Australia versus Germany. Almost the same thing, 55. Australia could get their 55th win. Actually, today has 79 date numerology. 79 sums to 53 and 55. Australia could become 55-53 for a record with a win. This is the fifth all-time head-to-head matchup between these two. Emphasis on the 5 and 55. It's Australia's 108th game. 55 sums to 108. On top of that, what's also interesting, it's Germany's 37th game for the Olympics, but it's their third game this year. 373. 373. 373 is the 74th prime number. And 74 sums to 53 and 55. Australia could become 55-53 with the win. Australia does sum to 30. They could become 3-0, like 30 for the Olympics this year, as they become 5-0 head-to-head against Germany, like 50. The word 50 sums to 30. But it is a day with 43 date numerology on the Gregorian. 43, the 14th prime number. Germany could become 1-4 head-to-head against Australia, like 14. This is the 37th game for Germany, the 12th prime number. They could get their 12th win for the Olympics, or they could become 1-2, like 12. So that kind of goes either way. I didn't see a whole lot for the 26. I think I'm mainly basing this off of the 55 and 53 connections, is what I'm mainly basing it off of. And then USA versus Czech Republic. It is the 140th day on the Hebrew Religious. We saw France get their 33rd win on the 137th day, which was the 33rd prime. We saw Luca and his team have a breakout game in his debut on the 17th day of the 5th month on the Hebrew. He wears the number 77. 77 sums to 175. It being the 140th day of the Hebrew Religious, why not USA get their 140th Olympic win all time? This will be the 16th Olympic game for this year. USA can sit on 6 losses as they do it. The number 6 sums to 16. And Czech Republic, they don't really have a record. So they're either going to become 2-1, 1-2, either way. It is the 212th day. USA could become 2-1 as Czech Republic comes 1-2. We can get into that thing again. And then I think that's about it. First head-to-head matchup between these two, so it doesn't really give us a whole lot. With it being 59 date numerology, 59 is the 17th prime number. 17 is the 7th prime number. Is Kevin Durant, number 7, going to screw it up and have USA get their 7th loss? Maybe. But I'll probably ride with the Hebrew more than anything. The 140, 140. Hasn't steered me wrong so far in these Olympic Games. With these basketball games, it's been pretty good. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to continue to look these over. I suggest you guys continue to look this stuff over. Definitely going to be looking over the Italy and Nigeria game some more. I just didn't see anything pop out at me, and I'm not too trustworthy in this particular 55. I can see them sitting on that 38 going into the August 3rd 8/3. And then France, they could 34-29. Well, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight. Hopefully this helps you build on top of what you already have. I hope you win every pick that you make. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the support.